Hello, nice to meet you. So, okay, so as everyone's here, so we'll start resume the meetup session for day two again. So, so this time we'll start with the UniUni. So again, this is reporter Davis from AVING News. We are doing the pre-event meetup with companies in Incheon Pavilion as CES 2024. So again, this is a tuber from Ubergizmo, and we have a representative from UniUni. Nice to meet you. So
Hi,
shall
Hubert.
we, yes, so shall we test the audio and exchange some greetings?
Okay. Can you hear me clearly, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, let me share my screen so that you can see the screen clearly here. Can you see my
Okay,
screen, right?
um, yeah, before the presentation, maybe some introduction of yourself, each other will help the ice breaking, you know?
Yeah, of course. I'm doing some technical check if he can
Yes,
like see
everything.
the screen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So hi, Hubert. My name is Laura. A pleasure to meet you today. I'm currently serving as a strategy communications manager at UniUni Corporation. And I think most of the company introduction is in the slides. So I will introduce our business and also our product and our company to you via slides. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah. Hi, Laura. I'm Hubert. I'm based in San Francisco, and I've been
Ah,
running Ubergizmo for 15 years. So I've been to many CESs.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So and
So
with
what
that,
time is it?
oh,
No.
It's
it's 7:21
7:21.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So dinner time almost, right?
Almost. Yeah. I
Almost.
tend to eat pretty late, so it's all good.
Oh, pretty late. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And now I'm ready for your presentation.
All right.
Yes, so as everyone's ready, so please proceed with the presentation, and after that, we'll go with the interview session. So
All right.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So Hubert, our team, the name of our team is UniUni. We bring a complete safety and usability to all private spaces where technology cannot easily reach. So let me start with the company introduction. So we started our business with a mission of creating a better world for our underserved and overlooked communities. In order to make it happen, as you can see on the two circle there, we use AI technology and implement universal design to develop the technology. That is inclusive to all demographics and it is respectful of everyone's needs. So in other words, AI technology and universal design are the main two pillars for our business. And as you can see from the picture here, our team is strongly committed to provide safety and convenience to all public spaces with the use of the best fitting and efficient technology to reach maximum impact. So we aim to take a more humane approach to developing technology, where human values and needs are prioritized and respected. You will see how we uphold these values in our product and work in the next slides. So thankfully, recently we have been recognized by our commitment to this. For example, a couple of days ago, we were awarded by the Korean Ministry of Interior and Safety for our great contribution to public safety. Um, yeah, another a little bit of boring slides here, but you can see from the history of our company. I'm not going through one by one, don't worry, but I would like to mention a few key things from our journey. So as you can see, from 2020, we started our journey from August 2020 for almost 3.5 years now. We have grown quite rapidly. As soon as we started our business, we selected as the best company in the government-led initial startup program, then received a seed investment by CNT Tech in 2000 in the following year, 2022. Actually, this year, 2023, means a lot to us as we actively get down to business and make actual sales numbers with a solid partnership with local telecommunications company like KT, Korea Telecommunications, and broadcasting companies. All right. So just focusing on, let's take a moment and think about a time when you use public restrooms during a road trip. did you feel completely safe and pleasant using the space? I want to ask.
Probably not.
Probably not. So probably not many of us actually feel very pleasant, right? So there are several places such as restrooms or, assisted living centers, VIP rooms at department stores that pose a unique issue, which is we cannot monitor and secure these places with camera surveillance, right? Similar to other public locations. I mean, nobody wants camera in the restroom, right? So pinpointing the problem area, we started ideating how we can surpass this issue. As you can see on the screen, we've defined this area as a technological blind spot. So there are places such as restrooms that traditional surveillance cannot reach due to privacy issue. And also on the right-hand side, there are places such as nursing homes or unmanned stores. In Korea, we increasingly we have a lot of unmanned stores now, and that requires human actions to prevent safety incidents or to do housekeeping. So one of many Savvy modules at CES 2024, we're introducing a Savvy toilet. This is because it's a very embarrassing story, but South Korea, there has been a growing concern over toilet spy cam violence or possibly drug-related crimes happening in those public restrooms. And probably for a global market, we also see that aging is something that we can also focus as incidental falls often happen for elderly population in toilets, and current solutions that we have right now hardly prevent or respond to this in a timely manner. So as a solution, we developed Savvy. It is an AI-powered space management solution that detects and analyzes harmful situations and space conditions of public facilities where basic surveillance technology cannot be implemented. So Savvy can actually, as I told you, we have different modules. So Savvy can adapt its section and behavior pattern analysis to different settings. And let me explain it in the next slide. So let's dive into the technology part. So on the screen, you can see the product image of Savvy. It looks like a shield. It is not a camera, I would say. It uses infrared light sensors. So it's not a camera. So it uses infrared sensors to detect the abnormal behavior patterns. And these patterns, this is important, these patterns can be analyzed with non-identifiable data for complete privacy protection. So it does not have a picture of a person. So it has some numbers shown with the non-identifiable data. So as I mentioned, you can see different modules and versions of Savvy. So for different settings such as premium space or aging, Savvy can modify its analysis to different settings to detect incidental falls or violence at the stores, or even potential safety and security hazard at department stores. As today we focus on Savvy Toilet, I will explain you about this more in detail. So how it works. Savvy Toilet detects the pattern of abnormal behavior, such as incidental falls, illegal camera installation, or violence in a toilet through its infrared sensor. Then it quickly analyzes and verifies them with a high accuracy of more than 98%. That's our competitive edge. We can detect and analyze this with high accuracy of more than 98%. Then sends the alert to respective person, such as police or space managers. So this process it goes in one queue. So all necessary information is given at one go in a timely manner. So deeply into the technology, our technology is a deep learning algorithm-based device which uses non-identifiable data. Since the data cannot be used on its own to trace or identify a person, it ensures a complete privacy protection while predicting, detecting, or reacting to various daily situations. I think the current surveillance system, it has a lot of privacy concerns right now, especially in the US. So I think this going to be a very good solution that ensures a privacy, but at the same time ensures a complete safety and securities. And one more thing, a lot of let's say investors or people are curious, why do we call this a integrated space management solution? On the screen, you can see different data that Savvy Toilet provides. So Savvy collects and reports comprehensive data from real-time user complaints, emergency alerts, to general space management status. Processes like filing a user complaints or checking the timing for refilling toilet paper can now be digitized, requiring less hands-on surveillance on space management. And this is quite important, is that since it requires less hands-on surveillance on space management, it is efficient both with time and money for the space owners, right? So we looked into the data and statistics, and we saw that we spend so much of our time and cost to manage the toilet, as this place must rely heavily on human actions to maintain safety and security, right? For instance, we could hire people to do housekeeping or to guard the toilet. And especially in Korea, I think we have a very strange obsession with this clean toilet. So we hire many people to do housekeeping. However, with the assistance of these human resources, we have no choice but to deal with the inherent inefficiencies associated with humans and the additional costs required to fund them. However, by having Savvy, we can bring technology into these spaces, and we all know that the right technology and used in the right way can dramatically cut down costs and improve efficiency, right? So now I hope that you have better understanding on our product. So basically we provide both hardware and software. So on the left-hand side, a Savvy Toilet device is AI powered using non-identifiable data. And once it detects, analyzes, and verifies the abnormal behavior, it automatically sends out notifications. And on the right-hand side, Savvy mobile application maximizes user experience, and it provides comprehensive data for space managers. And this means those space owners, they can now have a very centralized control system for space management, right? So for following 3 slides, now you can see different user benefits. So Savvy Toilet can reduce crimes by sending a real-time notification and immediate report to the police. So this means by having a Savvy secure toilet mark or badges on the door, this can restrict the movement or crime attempt of criminals, right? So a lot of in Korea, a lot of department store or premium spaces now, they're want to try out the Savvy services because, you know, the brand image or this brand image of security and convenience could be a lot of things for them, right? And also the Savvy Toilet can automatically detect behaviors of elderly and drunk. It learns itself, so it prevents and respond to full accident, especially in a timely manner through its real-time notification functions. And for general users, let's say, Savvy Toilet brings convenience and pleasant experience of using restrooms by streamlining a user complaint reporting process. So basically, they just scan the QR code to report the sanitary issues, or they can see the locations of nearby Savvy toilets, or, you know, the usage information or stuff. So this application provides the lot of information like this. And as I mentioned, for space owners, it is very efficient, right? So of course, there are a few existing products or options out there to solve the problem, but oftentimes we have to depend on human actions or change and taking feeble measures to manage these spaces. For example, we have illegal camera detector, but it only detects the camera and doesn't further analyze, verify, or report this automatically. So, and also for in case of emergency bells, right? If an elderly become unconscious and falls down, there's no way for him or her to press the bell, right? So this could be the thing that Savvy can solve. And the lastly, video surveillance. Nobody wants camera in the restroom, as I told you, right? And since Savvy uses non-identifiable data, it ensures a complete privacy protection. So to sum up, Savvy is the only dedicated and integrated space management system that resolves a lot of different issues that the user experience in the toilet or in a space. So we actually have installed Savvy Toilet at more than 30 sites now in South Korea. So most of them are government-led public facilities. And we have received lots of positive feedbacks from not only the B2B customers, the space owners, but also the general end users. So yeah, I think this is quite a lot of information for you. Sorry, but on the screen you can see different channels that you can reach us. So please visit our website or LinkedIn page for more information, or you can directly contact me, Laura, via email. All right, so this is it for us. Thank you so much for let me just stop my screen sharing. Thank you, Hubert, for taking your time to listen to our presentation. I'm so happy to share our vision and business model. As you can see, I'm very passionate of change the world with this business model, and I hope for a fruitful collaboration with you in the future. Thank you, Hubert.
Thank you very much for your presentation. It was very interesting and easy to follow.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. So I do have questions.
Yeah.
And I think I will start with how the device works. It looks like it works a little bit like an infrared radar type of device.
Yeah, so we have different rooms in the toilet, right? So each sections we have the Savvy installed on the ceiling. So it uses the infrared light to detect the behavior in the section designated section. So technologically we can do this in a hospital beds also, because we have beds, we have different sections and they have range, right? So they can detect the behavior in those sections. And also a lot of US investors, they're interested in applying this business model to assisted living centers. So they have different condo type assisted living centers, and they have restroom there. But since nobody wants to have cameras in their room, so that's why this can help them to detect their potential incidents and accidents, right?
Okay. And so would it be possible to kind of see what the image, the radar image looks like, so that people know that it doesn't look like a picture?
Okay. So let me show you the picture of it.
There was like a blue and green image that
Yes.
looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, let me show you the picture once again here.
Yeah.
Can you see the picture here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it looks like the device is installed on the ceiling.
Yeah, on the ceiling.
Right, so you need the top view, and then I think in your presentation you had at some point like a radar image, but I forgot what it was. But
So
yeah, I think if you could show people that it doesn't look like a picture, that would be very convincing.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I think a lot of people don't know what like a radar image looks like.
Yes,
So
yes,
they see
true.
something that kind of looks at them. So they must be wondering, okay, what exactly does it see? And then, yeah, and then I guess the non-identifiable parts would be more understood. And so I wanted to ask you, like, let's say someone falls. Is the AI analysis done on device or is it done in the cloud?
So it's on the device. So so we the technologically we can use a deep learning algorithm, so they can learn a different pattern of falls. like this way, that way. So now it has a pattern of this fall postures, and it can detect this the fall incidents in the restroom. Is that answers your question, or?
Yes. And then like, so once it detects an event, then the only data that's sent is, hey, there's an event.
Yes.
Right.
So once it detects it, the AI analyzes to verify if it's like a real fall or not. And then if it analyzes and verifies that, oh, this is a fall, then it automatically sends out the notifications. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen someone use AI with like some Amazon stuff to detect like if a person stands and then right after that they're like this, then it
Yeah.
says, oh, they've fallen on the ground or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
True.
okay. Cool. And so, okay, so, and I think you said the detection of abnormal behavior is 98% accurate. Is there like a specific list of behavior that the camera is looking for?
So it depends. It depends on the setting that we design. So that's the core part of our technology. So currently, what we can do currently right now, we can detect violence and falls, illegal camera installation. That was the top three, the incidents that we are looking at in South Korea. But we have potential to expand our capability to detect different behaviors, such as drug attempts, like many more incidents in those places.
Okay, so if one of your customers want a new behavior, then you'll take the time to teach it, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So who decides if the alert should be sent to the manager, the location manager, or to the police? Is it the location manager?
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. So it depends how we design the logic of the alert system and notifications. But normally when we do it, like, because we're targeting now, most of our customers are government-led organizations, so we do it by having so they just send out the notification right away to the police, because it's a government-led institutions, so that they try to reduce the time to verify whether we send it to the police or not. So.
Okay, very cool. I think actually, like the camera stuff, that could be useful in hotels as well.
Oh yes, true, true. So there are actually a lot of like ideas for the people and also the journalists, because they said, oh, what if like police, I want to have a function of detecting the patient abuse. So sadly, sometimes there are a lot of abuse cases that the violence happen in the hospitals. So they want to add those functions in the hospital module of SEVI. So I think that's also a very brilliant idea, and that's something that we also have to think about. Yeah.
Yeah. I think with this type of technology, like the behavior needs to be a little bit obvious. But if you do something very discreet, then it's harder to detect, I suppose.
Yeah.
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 You need the gestures to be big.
Yes, true.
Yeah. So how far away can you place the savvy from the people? So, for example, if you have very high ceilings or something like that, would that work?
Okay. I think most of the current architecture system we can install SEVI, but I don't know how much height to the maximum that SEVI can detect. That's a more like a technical part. So let me ask our engineers for that. But I think for the most buildings that we have in Korea, or in a universal standards, that we can we can actually have SEVI with no blind sides.
Okay. Yeah, because I think there's like a field of view, and the farther you go, and I guess that the data is not as good as well. And so in Korea, there's no regulation to place these devices. Like sometimes when you put a camera, you need to have a sign.
Yes,
But
true.
maybe with this, it's not the case.
For this is not the case because it's not a camera, so that's why we have a lot of attention from this government-led organizations, because I told you, I mean, it's a creep crime, right? It's very embarrassing. So in Korea, when you search for articles, like I think every single day we have a incident reported from the spy cam installations, and it's a very creep crime, and government want to solve this issue, but it's really hard. And currently we're since like even though Korea is an IT country, but we're heavily dependent on human actions to eradicate this issue. But since Savvy it's not a camera, but it could also detect those illegal camera installations. And as I told you, by having those badges, or this Savvy certified secured toilet, it dramatically cut down the crime attempts. So this is something that we could also think of.
Yeah, I think it's much easier to prevent the camera installation than to find it after the fact.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And I think we haven't talked about the pricing. So how much is it if someone wants to buy and install it?
So it depends. I mean, that's a very tricky question, but it's not that expensive, I would say. So we have a monthly subscription model. And we also have a you buy a device, and we could also do it for the maintenance and those stuff. And it depends on the customer, but normally our price is very competitive in the market. It's I would say, let me just check the current prices that we have here, to give you a more detailed information. So now we have for the device itself, we are having $350 USD for one unit.
Okay.
And 100 for using the software.
So that's per month.
Yeah. And this includes all the installations and maintenance fee. Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of maintenance do you need?
Sometimes if there is an error, we have to, keep it updated, and if there is a software update, we can go there and do the software upgrade. Yeah. If they add, as you told me, if the customer wants to add certain behaviors to the system, we can go there and do the software update for them. That's also a maintenance fee. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's not like phones where you have like the auto update.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Because sometimes we charge for adding those behaviors, obviously, right? And that's where we could also, keep up our business model and earn money. So
yeah. No, it makes sense. If you have to work to create a new behavior, you need the resources to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So which countries is it available in?
So now we are, since we just started our business, and now we are having sales in Korea, but it's really rapidly growing. So the next target market for us is US. So that's why we are making a presence at the CES 2024. And I need help from all of us here to let the world know about our business model and change the world.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So the US is a big market. If you want to go to Europe, are there like more regulations or more certifications? Okay. Yeah, I'm from Europe. I'm a French guy, so I know Europeans, they love to regulate stuff.
Yeah, and when it comes to innovation, we see that US is more open, let's say, relatively.
Yeah. We have a joke in Silicon Valley. We say the US creates something and then Europe will regulate it.
Yes, I studied in Germany too. I know all of very well about this. Yeah, true.
Nice. So you speak German as well?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Very impressive. So that was my last question. So thank you so much for your answers and for your presentation.
Thank you so much for the pleasant talk, Hubert. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep.